The first punch landed before anyone realized the quiet farm girl had a twin. It happened in the gravel lot behind the county high school, where laughter usually came easy and cruelty came easier. The bullies had been circling Emma Carter for weeks, mistaking her silence for weakness, her worn boots for poverty, her bowed head for fear. That afternoon, when one of them shoved her shoulder and sneered about hayseed girls knowing their place, they believed they were finally breaking her. They had no idea they were about to wake a storm that had been trained, sharpened, and baptized in fire. Because Emma Carter had a twin sister, and her twin was a Delta Force legend. Emma had always been the softer one. She loved early mornings on the farm, the smell of soil after rain, the comfort of routine. She took care of the animals, helped their father fix fences, and kept their small house running after their mother died years earlier. School was something she endured, not enjoyed. She spoke little, learned fast, and stayed invisible. That was how she survived. Her sister, Sarah Carter, had been the opposite since birth. Where Emma leaned inward, Sarah pushed forward. Where Emma listened, Sarah acted. They were identical in face, but not in fire. When they were 18, Sarah left the farm with a duffel bag and a promise to come back stronger. Emma stayed behind, holding the family together, while Sarah disappeared into a world of shadows, discipline, and secrets she could never talk about. Years passed, letters stopped, phone calls became rare. All Emma knew was that Sarah served her country somewhere far away, doing something dangerous. Their father said little, but when he looked at Sarah's old room, his eyes carried equal parts pride and fear. Back at school, Emma's world was shrinking. The bullies, led by a boy named Travis, had decided she was an easy target. They mocked her clothes, her accent, her quiet nature. Teachers saw pieces of it, but never the whole. Emma never fought back. She believed endurance was strength, and silence was survival. Until that shove in the gravel lot. Emma fell hard, skin scraping stone, books scattering like startled birds. Laughter erupted. Travis stepped closer, towering over her, enjoying the moment. Something in Emma broke then, not into anger but into resolve. She stood, dusted herself off, and looked him straight in the eyes. "You don't know who you're messing with," she said, her voice steady. That only made them laugh harder. That night, Emma didn't cry. She made a phone call instead, a number she hadn't dialed in years. It rang once, twice. Then Sarah answered. The silence on the other end was heavy, like a held breath. When Emma told her what happened, she didn't exaggerate. She didn't need to. She simply spoke the truth, and that was enough. Sarah said only one thing: "I'm coming home." 2 days later, a black truck rolled down the dirt road to the Carter farm. Emma watched from the porch as Sarah stepped out, taller somehow, broader in presence, her eyes sharper than memory allowed. She hugged Emma tight, holding on longer than necessary. Their father stood nearby, pride and relief warring on his face. Sarah didn't ask questions. She observed, she listened. She went into town, walked the school halls, and watched from a distance. She saw the glances, the whispers, the fear Emma carried like a second skin. She waited until the right moment. It came the following afternoon, when Travis and his friends cornered Emma near the same gravel lot. This time, they didn't get the first move. Sarah stepped between them, calm and controlled. To them, she looked like Emma. Same face, same hair, same clothes. That was their first mistake. "Walk away," Sarah said quietly. Travis laughed and shoved her. He never touched the ground again. In one fluid motion, Sarah redirected his weight, locked his arm, and pinned him face down before anyone could blink. His friends froze, unsure whether to fight or flee. Sarah didn't hurt him badly. She didn't need to. She leaned close and spoke softly, words meant only for him. "This is your only warning." She released him and stepped back. The bullies ran. Word spread fast. Teachers intervened. Parents were called. The school tried to smooth things over, but something had shifted. Emma walked the halls differently now, head higher, steps firmer, but the real challenges were just beginning. The town started asking questions. Who was Sarah really? Why did she move like that? Why did the bullies suddenly avoid Emma like ghosts? Rumors grew, and with them, pressure. Sarah knew she couldn't stay long. Her world wasn't meant to overlap with this one. One evening, Emma confronted her. She asked why Sarah had chosen such a dangerous path, why she'd stayed away so long. Sarah finally told her what she could, about the training that broke people down to rebuild them, about missions that tested every limit, about friends who didn't come home. She told Emma that strength wasn't about violence. It was about protection, about knowing when to stand and when to endure. Before Sarah left, she did one last thing. She met with the school administrators, calmly and officially, making it clear that Emma would be protected. No threats, no names, just certainty. When Sarah drove away, the farm felt quieter, but Emma felt stronger. The bullying stopped, not because of fear, but because respect had replaced it. Emma found her voice, joined a club, made friends. She learned that courage didn't always roar. Sometimes it stood quietly and refused to be moved. Years later, Emma would tell her own children about their aunt, the legend who walked in shadows. But she would also tell them this truth. The bullies didn't pick the wrong farm girl because of who her twin was. They picked the wrong farm girl because she was stronger than she ever knew. And sometimes, the greatest power is simply knowing you are not alone.